So it looks like we were able to find something that has a real-time clock on it. This particular unit here, it's an Adafruit data logging Arduino shield. So just go ahead and slap it on here. A little careful, try not to touch the metal parts. And then we can hook up our solar again. So our connections are a little bit different here. We got a stick ground in there, and then the A knot is coming there, and then we got to hook up the actual solar panel itself. Now it is a little cloudy out, so maybe it's not gonna do much, but we'll just hook it up to follow proper protocols here. Right. Need to be a little careful because there's a lot of various metals that could make contact with this part of it. So alright, looks like all of the metal that we want to make contact is making contact. So we're just going to go ahead and plug the Arduino in and then see what the data logging is like with the real-time clock. So let's go ahead and access the computer to do that. Alright, so we have the Arduino plugged in, so we're going to go ahead and look up that information about the Adafruit data logging shield. Because we're going to need a library off of that that'll be very helpful in our quest to data log the real-time clock. So just go ahead to the website here. I'll just keep scrolling down. Oh, looks like we went a little too far. So we want to access the great documents. Now we're using the real-time clock. So there's a bunch of good information on here. The fact is, this is what we need, the RTC library. So just go ahead and download that. And let's see, open with save file. So now we should have it in a download folder somewhere. Alright, let's stick it on the desktop here and then unzip it with 7-zip. We can extract it here. So we're going to need this folder here. We need to put it into our Arduino master document. We're just going to go ahead and browse over to that right now. Alright, libraries, so it should be one of these folders here. So we'll just stick it in libraries. Alright, well, let's try something else here. I'll just try copying it and then pasting it into here. Go ahead and continue. Things don't always work the first time. Computers have a tendency to get a little finicky. Alright, so we got our RTC library in there. Now we can open up the Arduino. Now, the nice thing about Arduino is it's a pretty small user interface, integrated development environment. Alright, so here's our RTC library. Now this is the one we need to select for our data logging shield. It specifies it in the document, but we don't really need to look over that too thoroughly. So just go ahead and there's a bunch of very valuable information on here. Now this is the one, when we uncomment that, it'll automatically take the time on our computer and use that. So that's basically about all we need to change. Pretty straightforward. Alright, so we can go ahead and run this just so you can see what's happening. All right, now this is all messed up, but it's because this baud rate is improperly adjusted. So when we adjust that, we have our time. Now, we don't really need this garbage here, so we're gonna get rid of that. We can probably get rid of the day too, and then we'll add our analog input from the solar panel. So let's go ahead and do that. Basically, we can just comment out all this stuff pretty much. And then we're going to want to, whoops. Now we need to take some of the computer code from the analog thing here. Let's go ahead and grab these initialization. And it looks like this is probably a good place for them. Not really sure what that did there, but all right. So now you notice this is a 9600 and we have a 57600. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen there. But let's just go ahead and copy all this junk here and place it into the, let's see here. Right about right here looks to be where we should have it. All right. Now when we compile this, it should take the input from A0 and map it out and all that. So let's just go ahead and give that a shot and see if it works. All right, now let's see what we got here. We got a couple funny characters. Once it settles down, then it'll eradicate the funny characters. So we have our sensor and our output. The solar panel is actually not in the window right now. All right, now we got a little bit of solar energy, not much, but enough, I suppose, to. It is getting pretty dark outside. Okay, so let's fix a couple things here. We sort of want them to be on the same line. So we can take this out and then just, looks like, let me try this here. It looks like this symbol should work for separating them by a column. And I think we can, I think this just has the day, so we probably don't need that. Let's go ahead and upload this stuff here, see what happens. Now with computers, sometimes it's better to be lucky than smart, you know. Now let's read our serial monitor. Funny characters again, and then it'll settle down. We have sensor, output, the date, and the time. Looks like it's kind of, looks like we need another one of those tab deals to go in between there. Let's go ahead and slap one of those on here. So I'm guessing it should probably be about right there. And that should be about it. So let's go ahead and upload that. All right, done uploading serial monitor. So garbage in initially, and then we have our sensor output, and it looks like our date and time. So that's 5:52. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. We probably don't need this extra line at the end here. So let's see, where should we? Maybe, maybe let's comment this out and see what happens. Now, if we look a little closer at this code here, I'm not really sure why it says December. I mean, right now it's like October. So it is kind of weird that it has December on here. But yeah, that's, I don't know if that was done there to why that's in there actually. All right, so let's made that little change there. Let's see, it's probably about all we really need to change. We didn't really need to change it, we just did for fun. So once it's done uploading, then we can investigate and see what we're working with here. Done uploading. All right, so it should have a little bit of garbage, and then once it settles down, then we'll have it all should be stacked on top of each other, so that looks good. All right, now let's see what port this is. COM4. Let's go ahead and exit out of here. Yeah, let's go ahead and save changes, I guess. Solar with Solar real-time clock XL. Not really sure why stepper motor 4. Yeah, let's just save it on there and see what happens. Okay, then we'll go to cool term here. This allows us to data log onto the COM port. Okay, let's connect to, looks like sensor, or yeah, now it looks like we're getting some garbage. And why are we getting garbage? Because our baud rate is improperly set. Let's just go ahead and adjust that here. Thinking maybe it's in options. All right, now let's see what happens. So we allegedly have the correct baud rate. So it's set. Not really sure why there's a period here. That seems kind of strange. All right, 118. You got a couple periods here and there. Well, let's just go ahead and data log it, see what happens. All right, Datalogging RTC Solar. So cool term win. Go ahead and data log that, see what we get. Yeah, sensors gradually diminishing down to 0. And once you get to 0, then we know to close the chicken coop door. All right, let's close this properly, and you can open up Excel, and then through Excel, we can try to open up this thing and see what's going to happen. Might have some issues with those periods, but that's what we're going to find out pretty quick here. Okay, let's see here. All right. A resource? No, that wasn't it. Maybe live? No, that wasn't it. Oh yeah, that's right. We had to all files. All right, RTC. Okay. Let's see, such as commas or yeah, maybe those periods will get delimited. Hopefully. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. Okay, computer. Go to this folder. All right, now it looks like we're back where we belong. Okay, so the preview or text. It appears that the output is kind of merged together with the date here. Let's go ahead and see what it does. Well, there's lines between them, so maybe it is right. Well, let's finish it and see what happens. All right, now, well, this doesn't look good at all. But there's a bunch of numbers here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right. Looks like we're good now. All right, so we got our time. So around 6 o'clock, looks like we're down to 0. So that should pretty much wrap up this session, and now we have a proper way to data log so we know exactly what time the chicken coop door need to be closed. And of course, having the real-time clock on the Arduino would allow us to utilize that as the timer in the software. I mean, yeah, you could get one of those big goofy looking egg timers that look like, you know, you're about to set off a bomb, but it's nice just to keep as much as you can in the software. Alleviates some of the stresses and less physical hardware to get you know, chicken dust on and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much data logging a real time to an Excel file. Hopefully it was a good time.